Good morning, students. Yesterday, History, Unit 6, Early Revolts Against British Rule in Tamil Nadu. Under this topic, Kalakadu Battle, Yusuf Khan and Pulikeva, Velu Nachya. Yesterday I took. Today, the continuation of the British rule in Tamil Nadu. Listen here carefully, students. Rebellion of Veerapandya Kattabomman. Veerapandya Kattabomman became the Palekarar of Panchalam Kurichi. At the age of 30, Veerapandyan father Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman was died. After the death of Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman, Veerapandya Kattabomman became the Palekaran of Panchalam Kurichi. The British East India Company, English East India Company, the administrators were James London and Colin Jackson. These two people belonged to British. The administrators of the British, James London and Colin Jackson. The Nawab and the British, Nawab and the English East India Company. The treaty were concluded in 1781. In 1781, the treaty were concluded in between Nawab and English East India Company. According to that, 1/6 of revenue allowed to the Nawab. 1/6 of the revenue allowed to the Nawab to face the expenses of the Nawab's family. So, English East India Company decided to collect taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. English East India Company wanted to collect taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. The taxes were levied on all the parliaments. Taxes were levied on all the parliaments. The tax collectors were appointed by the English East India Company. But the Palekaras were humiliated by the tax collectors. The humiliated means put to shame. Humiliated means put to shame the Palekaras by the English East India Company. The Palekaras forcibly collected the taxes. So, in between the English East India Company and Kattabomman fought against each other. The conflict between English East India Company and Kattabomman was not averted. Confrontation with Jackson. Listen here carefully. The land revenue arrear from Kattabomman was 3,310 pagodas in 1798. The land revenue arrear from Kattabomman was 3,310 pagodas in 1798. The collector Jackson belonged to English East India Company. He was one of the arrogant officer, cruelly treated the people by the collector Jackson. arrogant officer. The Madras government avoided to permit Kattabomman to pay the taxes. On 18th August 1798, the collector Jackson ordered the Kattabomman to meet Ramanathapuram. But the meeting was in between futile. Avoid to meet both of them. Kattabomman met Jackson in Ramanathapuram. After that, permission was granted to Kattabomman to meet the collector Jackson in Ramanathapuram. In Ramanathapuram, Kattabomman was stand before the collector Jackson for 3 hours. He was standing before the collector Jackson. Kattabomman was stand before the collector Jackson. After that, sensing danger in between collector Jackson and Kattabomman, so along with his minister Siva Subramaniana, the Kattabomman want to escape from the Ramanathapuram. At that time, suddenly the Mumathurai, brother of Kattabomman, suddenly came and fought against collector Jackson. The clash is going on in that particular gate of that fort, Ramanathapuram fort. In this clash, Lieutenant Clerk was killed. Lieutenant Clerk was killed in this conflict. Siva Samudranath taken as prisoner. Siva Subramaniana taken as prisoner. Noting. Appearance before Madras Council. On his return from Panchalam Kurichi, the Kattabomman returned from Panchalam Kurichi. Kattabomman wanted to appear before the Madras Council. At that time, Kattabomman explained how he was treated by the collector Jackson, how he was ill-treated by the collector Jackson. He explained before the Madras Council. Collector Jackson was ill-treated to Kattabomman during that time. After that, the governor, Edward Clive came to the power, and he was released of Siva Subramaniana and suspended the collector Jackson. Kattabomman appeared before the committee on 15th December 1798. In that committee, they decided to, Kattabomman found not guilty. The committee found Kattabomman was not guilty. So after that, Jackson was dismissed from the service. Finally, Kattabomman cleared the arrear. Only 1080 pagodas only remaining want to pay by the Kattabomman. Kattabomman and the Confederacy of Palayakaras. Marudu Pandya of Sivagande. He decided to fight against English East India Company. So the Confederacy was arose in between Marudu Pandya and the Palayakaras against British. The Trichy proclamation were issued after that. In that Tiruchirappalli proclamation, Kattabomman interested to join the Confederacy. Confederacy means Savya Alosani against British. The Tiruchirappalli proclamation, Kattabomman interested to join the Confederacy. After Collector Jackson, the new collector were appointed. Lushington was new collector, came to the power. He supported the Kattabomman and Palaikaras. Prevent Kattabomman to meet Marudu brothers. Initially, Lushington collector prevent Kattabomman to meet Marudu brothers. But Marudu brothers and Kattabomman joined together. Kattabomman tried to advance the Sivagiri Palaikaras, but Sivagiri Palaikaras refused to join. Kattabomman advanced Sivagiri, but they were tributary to company. Their company help goes to Sivagiri Palaikaras. So Sivagiri Palaikaras support goes to the English East India Company support goes to Sivagiri Palaikaras. Both Kattabomman and English fought against each other. Students, now listen here. I am going to recall rebellion of Veerapandiya Kattabomman. Veerapandiya Kattabomman became the Palaikaran of Panchalam Kurichi at the age of 30 on his father Jagavira Pandya Kattabomman was died. After the death of Jagavira Pandya Kattabomman, the Kattabomman became the Palaikaran. The administration were, the English East India Company's administrators were James London and Colin Jackson. The Nawab and the English East India Company treaty were concluded in 1781. 1/6 of the revenue allowed to the Nawab. So they wanted to collect taxes from the Panchalam Kurichi. They appointed the collectors, tax collectors. They collected the taxes from all the Palayams. The Palaikaras were humiliated. All the Palaikaras were humiliated, put to shame by the English tax collectors. They forcibly collect the taxes. So, finally, the conflict between English East India Company and Kattabomman was not averted. தவிர்க்க முடியாததா இருந்தது. Confrontation with Jackson. The land revenue arrear from Kattabomman was 3,310 pagodas in 1798. The collector Jackson, the arrogant English officer, and he was treated the Palaikaras very cruelly, and he was allowed to collect taxes, and they wanted to collect the taxes from Palaikaras, but Madras government refused to collect the taxes, denied. On 18th August 1798, Collector Jackson ordered Kattabomman to meet Ramanathapuram. But in between the Kattabomman and Collector Jackson, in futile. Kattabomman met Jackson in Ramanathapuram. After that, the Collector Jackson were permitted to, permission granted to the Kattabomman to meet the Jackson in Ramanathapuram. Both the Kattabomman and Jackson met in Ramanathapuram. 3 hours, Kattabomman stand before the Collector Jackson and sensing danger among them. So, the Kattabomman wanted to escape from the Ramanathapuram along with his officer Siva Subramaniana. Suddenly, the Oomatrai enter the fort and attack all the English people. And clash is going on. At that time, the lieutenant clerk was killed. He belonged to English East India Company. Siva Subramaniana taken as prisoner. appearance before Madras Council. On his return from Panjalakurichi, Kattabomman explained how he was ill-treated by the Collector Jackson. Before Madras Council, he explained how ill-treated by the Collector Jackson. He explained. Governor Edward Clive support goes to Kattabomman and release of Siva Subramaniana and suspended the Collector Jackson. Kattabomman appeared before committee on 15th December 1798. He found he was not guilty by the Edward Clive decided to. He was not guilty. Kattabomman was not guilty. After that, Collector Jackson was dismissed from the service. Kattabomman cleared the area. 1080 pagodas only pending for the area. Kattabomman and the Confederacy of Palaikarats. Listen here carefully, students. Marudu Pandya of Sivagangai was against the British. A confederacy were made in between Kattabomman and Marudu Pandya against the British. The Tiruchirappalli proclamation were issued by the Marudu Pandya. Kattabomman joined the confederacy. Interested to join the confederacy. Lushington, collector, he belonged to English East India Company, prevent Kattabomman and Marudu brothers join together. Prevented to Kattabomman and Marudu brothers meet together. But Kattabomman and Marudu brothers joined together and unity were formed. Kattabomman tried to Sivagiri Palaikas influence on Sivagiri Palaikas, but Sivagiri Palaikas refused to join. Kattabomman advanced Sivagiri, war against the Sivagiri. But Sivagiri Palaikas tributary to company, English East India Company. Both Kattabomman and English fought against each other. Okay then, see you tomorrow, students.